What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the shop. If you're new here, my name is Chris and I run Off the Bench. It's a 3D print manufacturing business where I help small business owners, entrepreneurs doing small production runs or actually some larger stuff too. Today we're gonna kick it back and kind of do it like the first video I ever dropped here on the channel and just kind of answer one of your guys' questions that I've seen in the comments quite a few times while I kind of pick up and kind of just do some of my work and trying to find time to fit this video in. But the question I wanted to answer today is kind of around the manufacturing side. The last video I put out was about kind of some of the challenges of running a 3D print manufacturing service. And today I kind of want to talk about kind of how I got here. And I know several of you who are on the channel and probably watching this right now have heard quite a bit of this before. So I apologize. This one is kind of a little bit for the, I don't want to say newcomers, but a little bit for the newcomers on the channel. And what I'd like to give you kind of an understanding of is I did not start here. So way back, it's not way back, like 3 years ago or so, I started designing and selling my own products on Etsy, which I can give you an example of. Actually, one of the products is this. It's for a board game, little adjustable feet. There's multiples of these that come with the set. I do like some coffee, accessory stuff, upgrades, and I still design products. It's just been a little bit on the back burner recently. And when I began the whole journey, I started off as a hobbyist. So I was running an Ender 3 and just designing my own stuff until eventually my wife said, hey, I got an idea for you. Go put that online and sell it. And then kind of, I did put it on Etsy. I sold some stuff and that kind of spurred my interest because once you get money off of a sale, it really is motivating to start making some stuff, more stuff and getting it online. And that's what I was doing for a good portion of my first year and a half or two in business. And eventually, by sharing my journey here on YouTube, I have started to get plenty of people reaching out to me about doing manufacturing services, whether it's like, hey, I just need 50 of something, or I need a few thousand of something. Or in this case, you can see this big puzzle run. This is half of the puzzles that I'll be doing. If you're more curious about that, there'll be a link to Nothing Puzzles where you can check out details on the upcoming Kickstarter campaign for that one. It's somebody else's product, but I'm partnering with them on all the manufacturing, and it's super cool. Using a lot of different tools, and I've built out new systems to do that kind of work. And on the manufacturing side, how do you get here? Well, manufacturing is quite a bit different than designing and selling your own products. And one thing I would say, if you're looking to get started, would be don't start with the manufacturing work. The reason why I say that is because it is definitely something that if you're interested in doing, work to get there. But I think I've had the benefit of being in the 3D printing space for actually quite a while. The first printer I ever got, thank you, Mr. P, if you ever watch this, for buying me a 3D printer and kind of believing in me. Way back when I was in college in 2014, 15, bought me a Micro 3D, and that was my first taste at doing some 3D print work. So for a long time, I've been understanding how 3D printers work, kind of dabbling in and out over the years. And the benefit of that is I kind of got to see the evolution of the 3D printing space. And then once Bamboo hit the market, it's kind of off to the races. But when you design your own products, you really get a better understanding of kind of what's involved. And I think quality, I'm going to say quality in the 3D printing community, and I still see people throwing it around a lot, say, oh, 3D print stuff is garbage. Well, that's true if you print garbage. It's not true if you design something that's designed for 3D printing and takes advantage of the capabilities of a 3D printer. And I think that's where a lot of people miss the mark. So when you're getting started and trying to understand, should I do 3D print manufacturing, I always suggest to start off by actually doing your own product designs, or at least learning how to design and print lots of stuff. And the reason why is you're gonna get a really good understanding of like what the machines are capable of and what does and doesn't work. That's important. That's really important. A few things that I've learned somewhat the hard way, and when I say the hard way, it's more of just like financially difficult because it eats into your profits. But if I'm printing something and I don't know how to adjust the calibrations or tweak a few settings on the printers correctly, you can actually waste a lot of filament by keep having failed issues, whether it's bed plate adhesion, which like I use this stuff, I'm not sponsored, but 3D Lac is really good. I use that for bed plate adhesion. I'm actually using it on a production run right now for some key fob covers, doing 300 of them, 60 per build plate here, but that I did have a couple fail at the beginning, but then I just laid down a thick coat of that and it sticks. Or the other one is you'll get a successful print, but the extrusion will be under extruded on the first layer. And there's a couple things you can do on that. But those are pretty common issues that you might see during a printing process, that if you just bought a 3D printer and say, I'm gonna start making things at scale for people, that'd be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare, and it probably wouldn't go well, wouldn't be a good experience for you, which then would be discouraging to wanting to continue that line of work. It would be push out timelines that you may have given to a customer, and then ultimately could put pressure to deliver a good product and raise questions if you could deliver a good product to a customer. So, but my whole journey started with doing it as a hobby over the years, learning the 3D model a little bit. You don't have to know a lot. Designing my own products, listing them on sale, for sale online, sharing my journey, and then from that, people started reaching out about the manufacturing. It's interesting, I've talked about this before as well, but 3D printing is still, despite what we all might think here in our fishbowl, it's still a relatively like niche community. There's a lot of us, but it's pretty niche, and most people don't have a 3D printer, which means most people could still use access to a 3D printer, like, you know, if you have your own print farm. So sharing that journey and sharing what you have is the only way that people are going to know. I think the unfortunate advice when it comes to like running a business, and this is true of anything you start, is you have to be the best and your constant salesperson. Ultimately, nobody's gonna be your salesperson. When you start out, you just forget about employees. You're gonna be your own employee for years to come, and the things you need to do well are, number one, have a small plan, but be flexible and willing to pivot. Number two, be really excited about what you do and be passionate about it, and passionate not just in the way to share what you do, because people feed off of that energy, but then also passionate in the ability to learn and understand that if you like screw up something, like, oh, that print failed, like figure out why and you know, make it better. And then number three is always be selling. You really need to be telling people about what you do, say that you're available for business, and from that, you will find work. You know, the nice thing about manufacturing work in particular, while you can, and I do have a actually worldwide reach, for instance, the puzzle run is from Australia. I've worked with people in Europe. I've worked with people here in the United States, all across the country, and do manufacturing runs for them. Ultimately, you know, there's a whole untapped community here locally for me that me and a few other businesses could service, and that would probably provide plenty of business. So if you're getting started and you're shy about being online or something, make sure to go out locally, connect with people, friends and family, spread the word, and yeah, that's kind of how I would recommend getting started. And other than that, that's kind of the big question I wanted to answer. Updates on the shop are, I have a production run going here that will finish Wednesday morning. I am still in the midst of this really large production run for the puzzles, which currently I'm still looking at like an end of next week timeline to get that done. And then I have to do all of the finish and assembly work, which is actually going to take a long time, but I'll go and document that process. I'm getting queued up for another production run on a few printers over there. Filament just came in, so I've got to do calibrations and get that started for somebody out on the West Coast, which is cool. And then I have another little product that's not mine that I'm going to do some production for. That's going to got to be fitted. So I'll talk about kind of that process and some of the QA checks I might do depending on what customers ask for. And those are actually going to Amazon. So I might ship those direct to Amazon for the customer, which is kind of nice because if they're doing fulfilled by Amazon, I can just package it up. They can send me the little UPC or SKU labels, whatever they're called, slap them on a bag, put them in a box, and they're off to go. But cool. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, appreciate you. I just want to get one out here just to talk a little bit, and hopefully you found something interesting. For the people who are asking about my shop stock application guide, it's not up yet. I'm still tinkering around with it, so it will be there and up when it's ready, when I'm ready for it to be ready, if that makes sense. But yeah, hope you had a great start to your week. Have some good coffee, and I'll see you this week, Wednesday, on the live stream. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, Patreon members. If you have questions, feel free to drop it in the comments below. If you need help with your manufacturing, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's catch you in the next one.